My dearest listeners, I come to you today with a message unlike anything you've ever heard before. There are moments in life when the unseen forces of the universe align in ways that we cannot yet comprehend. And right now, you are standing at the threshold of such a moment. Something extraordinary has unfolded in the quiet spaces beyond your awareness. Something that has the power to shift your perception of yourself and your journey. You may not have noticed it yet, but trust me when I say that this revelation is about to open your eyes to a truth far greater than you have ever imagined. Last night, in the stillness of time, a decision was made. One that might seem small on the surface, but carries an impact deeper than words can express. A person close to you, someone who holds you in their heart, took an action that will soon reveal a hidden layer of your existence. It was not a grand announcement, nor was it spoken aloud for the world to hear. Instead, it was a quiet, intentional act that speaks volumes about how you are seen by those around you. This act, though subtle, has sent ripples through the very fabric of your destiny. Subscribe to stay connected and receive more uplifting messages on your journey. We go through life believing we understand how others perceive us, thinking we know the extent of the impression we leave behind. But what if I told you that your essence, your very being, has touched someone in ways you were completely unaware of? What if, at this very moment, someone out there is carrying a piece of you with them, cherishing it, and sharing it in ways you never expected? The realization of this truth can be overwhelming. But it is necessary. You are more significant than you think. The moment has already passed, yet its effects are only now beginning to unfold. The person who took this action did not do so on impulse. Rather, they were moved by something deep within them, a force they themselves may not fully understand. They felt compelled to capture something about you, not just an image, but an essence, a reflection of your soul that spoke to them in ways beyond words. And in that sacred moment, they made the decision to share it with another. Why do we share the things we love? Why do we feel the need to introduce others to something or someone who holds meaning in our hearts? It is because we are wired to seek connection, to bridge the gaps between what we feel and what others understand. This is not just about a simple photograph being passed from one hand to another. It is about a moment of recognition, a gesture that says, "Look at this. This is someone who matters to me." Leave a comment and share your thoughts. Your words might inspire someone today. The significance of this act goes beyond admiration or fleeting interest. It was an unconscious acknowledgement of your impact, of the way your presence lingers in the hearts of those who know you. The person who shared your image did so because, whether they realized it or not, you have become a part of them. They wanted someone else, someone special to them, to see what they see in you. They wanted validation, confirmation, or perhaps simply to relive the feeling they have when they think of you. And now, as you hear these words, you may feel an unexpected warmth rising within you, a sense of knowing that perhaps you have felt, but never put into words. This is not about vanity or self-importance. This is about realizing that you are seen, that your existence is meaningful beyond the walls of your own perception. There are people who look at you and see something profound, something that deserves to be shared. And even though they may never have spoken it aloud, their actions reveal the truth they hold in their heart. Leave a comment and share your thoughts. Your words might inspire someone today, but here is where the mystery deepens. The person who received your image did not simply glance at it and move on. No, something much more powerful happened. Something beyond ordinary understanding, beyond the simple exchange of admiration. When they saw you, when they truly saw you, something within them stirred. A recognition, a pull, A moment of realization that would set into motion a sequence of events you are only now beginning to grasp. This is where your story takes an unexpected turn. You are about to learn something that will shift your understanding of fate, connection, and the unseen threads that weave our lives together. You may believe you are just another person walking through life, but what if you are more? What if your existence has already set something in motion that is far greater than you ever imagined? What if this moment, this act of being shared, of being seen, is the key to unlocking something truly divine? Take a deep breath, dear soul. Let yourself feel the weight of this revelation. What you are about to discover is not merely a story. It is a calling, an awakening, an invitation to step into a reality where everything happens for a reason. Stay with me. The truth is just beginning to unfold. Subscribe to stay connected and receive more uplifting messages on your journey. Something remarkable has happened. Something that reaches beyond the limits of the ordinary and into the realm of the extraordinary. The person who holds you dear did not merely share your image as a passing thought or a casual gesture. No, this act was infused with something much deeper, an emotion, a truth, an unspoken connection that even they may not fully understand. And the moment that image was placed in the hands of another, a shift occurred, one so subtle, yet so powerful, that it changed everything. When the recipient of this image laid eyes upon it, the air seemed to still. Time itself felt as though it hesitated, as if the universe took a quiet pause to acknowledge the significance of what had just happened. It was not just a reaction of curiosity or polite interest. It was something far more intense, more profound. Their breath caught in their chest, their eyes widened, and in that instant, something deep within them was awakened. We have all experienced moments where something feels strangely familiar, yet we cannot explain why. A song that stirs a memory we cannot place. A scent that transports us to a time we do not consciously remember. A face that feels like home, even though we have never seen it before. That is what happened in this moment. It was not just an image. It was a recognition, an unveiling of something that had been hidden, waiting for the right time to emerge. Leave a comment and share your thoughts. Your words might inspire someone today. The person who saw your image did not merely see your face. They saw something far beyond it. It was as if, through that single captured moment, they glimpsed into a truth that had been waiting to reveal itself. The feeling it evoked was undeniable, almost overwhelming. A memory long buried beneath the layers of time. A whisper from the past, echoing in the present. A moment of knowing without understanding how or why. Imagine being confronted with the image of someone you feel you have met before, even when logic tells you that you have not. Imagine the shock of realizing that something deep inside you recognizes what your mind cannot explain. That is what this person felt. It was more than attraction, more than admiration. It was a soul-deep pull, a gravitational force that seemed to defy time and space. Subscribe to stay connected and receive more uplifting messages on your journey. For a brief moment, they were suspended between the past and the present, between reality and something more, something divine. And then, in a voice trembling with disbelief, they spoke words that carried the weight of destiny itself. I have seen them before. I don't know how, but I know them. Their voice held a certainty that could not be denied. This was not mere coincidence. This was something far greater. The one who shared your image, the person who cherishes you, was stunned. They had expected a simple reaction, perhaps a compliment or a casual remark. But instead, they were met with something they never anticipated. The intensity of that moment was undeniable, and suddenly, what had begun as a simple act of sharing turned into something life-altering. Leave a comment and share your thoughts. Your words might inspire someone today. What does this mean? How is it possible that someone who has never met you could feel such an instant, unshakable recognition? Could it be that this connection has existed before, long before this lifetime? Could it be that souls, just like people, find their way back to each other, drawn together by something greater than human understanding? This is no ordinary moment, dear soul. This is a revelation of something ancient, something eternal. The strings of fate have been gently woven together, bringing forth a truth that was always meant to be uncovered. And now, you stand at the edge of this realization, ready to embrace the magnitude of what is unfolding. Subscribe to stay connected and receive more uplifting messages on your journey. Stay with me, for the answers you seek are just ahead. The deeper meaning behind this moment, the divine orchestration that brought it to life, is about to be revealed. Trust in the journey, for you are a part of something far greater than you have ever imagined. This moment, this extraordinary event, was not just about seeing an image. It was about recognizing something that had been waiting to be discovered. The friend who looked at your picture did not merely see a face. They saw a story, a connection that transcended logic and time. The emotions that surged through them were not random. They were echoes of something greater, something destined. Leave a comment and share your thoughts. Your words might inspire someone today. As they stared at the image, their heart began to race. A strange sense of familiarity filled them, as though they had encountered you before. But how? Where? The mind could not grasp what the soul already knew. It was as if they were looking at a missing piece of a puzzle they had been unknowingly trying to complete their entire life. In that moment, they could feel the universe whispering to them, nudging them toward a realization that was both thrilling and overwhelming. Their entire being responded to your presence, even if it was only through a simple photograph. It was a feeling that could not be faked, could not be forced. It was real, undeniable, and deeply, profoundly meaningful. What if this was not the first time your souls had met? What if, long before this life, your paths had crossed in another time, another existence? Could this reaction be proof that some connections are eternal, written in the fabric of the universe itself? Your person, the one who shared your image, watched this unfold with a mix of astonishment and curiosity. They had expected a reaction, but not this. They had thought their friend would simply smile, nod, maybe say something polite. But instead, they saw a moment of revelation. A moment where something hidden was suddenly brought into the light. Subscribe to stay connected and receive more uplifting messages on your journey. This was no ordinary response. This was the kind of reaction that only happens when the soul recognizes something that the mind cannot explain. It was as if an ancient memory had been unlocked, a distant echo of something once lost, now coming back to the surface. And now, you must ask yourself, what does this mean for you? Could it be that your presence in this world carries a deeper significance than you ever realized? Could it be that your soul, your very essence, has been recognized for a reason? It is not every day that someone looks at a picture and feels their heart stop. It is not every day that a simple image evokes something so powerful, so unshakable. These moments are rare, and they do not happen by accident. The universe does not operate on coincidence. It moves with intention, with purpose. Every meeting, every revelation is part of a divine plan. And now, at this moment, something profound has been set into motion. A door has been opened. A connection has been reawakened. What happens next will depend on what is meant to be. But one thing is certain, this moment was no accident. It was a sign, a glimpse into something greater, something extraordinary. And now, all you have to do is trust in the journey that is unfolding before you. Subscribe to stay connected and receive more uplifting messages on your journey. This moment was not just an isolated event. It was a message, a divine whisper reminding you of the extraordinary path you are walking. Your existence carries a light so powerful that it moves hearts, awakens souls, and stirs something beyond what words can capture. Even in your absence, even when you are unaware, your presence is impacting lives in ways that only God Himself could have ordained. Think about this. Your person didn't just share your picture on a whim. Whether they realized it or not, they were a vessel for something greater. They acted out of admiration, love, or even a subconscious pull. But what they truly did was become a bridge between the seen and the unseen, between one soul and another that had been searching without knowing what they were seeking. And now, dear soul, you stand at the edge of revelation. What does this mean for your journey? Could it be that your life is intricately woven into a divine plan far beyond your comprehension? Could it be that this moment was a sign, a confirmation that your path is aligned with something sacred, something eternal? Leave a comment and share your thoughts. Your words might inspire someone today. These are not questions to be taken lightly, nor are they meant to create confusion. Instead, they are meant to open your heart to the reality that nothing is random. Your encounters, your experiences, and even the way others respond to you all serve a greater purpose. There is meaning in every moment, and this is one of those moments that demand reflection. Perhaps this was a wake-up call, not just for the person who saw your picture, but for you as well. Perhaps God is showing you that your light is needed in this world, that your essence carries something so pure and divine that it cannot go unnoticed. You are not just living your life, you are fulfilling a mission, even in ways you do not yet fully see. There will be times when you question your significance, when you wonder if your presence truly matters. Let this moment be your answer. The recognition of your soul, the emotions it stirred in another, the feeling of destiny pressing forward. These are reminders that you are not here by chance. You were created with intention, with love, with a divine purpose written into your very being. Subscribe to stay connected and receive more uplifting messages on your journey. So what comes next? What do you do with this knowledge? You embrace it. You allow yourself to trust in the journey ahead, to walk with faith and certainty that God is guiding every step. You keep your heart open to the signs, the connections, and the revelations that will continue to unfold. And as you move forward, remember this. You are not just seen, you are known. You are not just admired, you are cherished. Your life is not ordinary. It is a thread in the vast, intricate tapestry of God's divine plan. Trust in this truth, dear soul. Let it settle within you. Let it inspire you. There is much ahead for you, much more than you could ever imagine. And in time, everything that has been set in motion will reveal itself in the most beautiful, breathtaking way. Leave a comment and share your thoughts. Your words might inspire someone today.